All right, for this activity, we are going to graph systems of inequalities. We've practiced graphing inequalities before, but now we're just going to have two inequalities in the same coordinate grid. So our directions are using the sketch tool, graph the two inequalities, y is greater than 3x, which we'll sketch in blue, and y is less than or equal to x minus 2, which we're going to sketch in orange. We have a few reminders. We need to use dash versus solid lines appropriately, and we need to shade appropriately as well. So if you haven't noticed, this is screen 2 in your Desmos. We're going to go through it together, and then you're going to use what you learned from this screen. If you needed a refresher, then you're going to use that for screens 3 and 4 as well. So we're going to go ahead and start right here. Y is greater than 3x, and we're sketching that in blue. So I've got blue selected here. That's perfect. I know that if I don't have, if I just have my coefficient or my slope in my variable, that means I'm starting at the origin, which is 0, 0. Now my slope is 3, so this is telling me that my rise is 3 and my run is 1. Okay, my rise is 1, 2, 3. My run is 1. Now what I'm going to do is graph this in Desmos graphing calculator. So if you don't have that pulled up, go ahead and get her fired up. So if y is greater than 3x, and I can see that my line is dashed, and I can see that I'm shading above my line because y is greater than 3x. So what I'm going to do to get a straight line is use the line tool here. And then I'm just going to erase a little bit. So you're showing me that you know this is a dashed line. And then again, my shading is going to be above. This doesn't have to be perfect. Just something like that that lets me know you know where this needs to be shaded. Now my second inequality here, y is less than or equal to x minus 2. I know that I have to start at -2 because that's my y-intercept. So I'm going to change my color up here to orange, and I'm going to start at -2, which is right here. And then if there's no coefficient in front of my x, you always assume that it's 1. So that means your rise is 1, your run is 1, your rise is 1, your run is 1. So you're just going up 1 and to the right 1, up 1 and to the right 1. So I can guess, and you would be right if you guess this, that this line is going to be solid because we've got the less than or equal to part of this. If you're somebody who just likes to double check your work, like I am definitely somebody who likes to double check my work, you can see in Desmos that it is in fact a straight line. So again, my straight line tool here doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as I know that you know what's going on. And then we're shading beneath that. So then if I graph both of these in Desmos, we should have something that looks relatively similar, and we do, which is great. So then you would take a screenshot of this, put it in the document, and then move on to the next screen. Once you're done with everything, you'll go ahead and submit that to Echo. Again, Desmos is going to be your bestie, so make sure you're using that throughout this activity to check your work.